This is the Bumper Breakfast Show, and this segment, Yinka, Kenny, and I were discussing food prices at Christmas. I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, a bag of rice, what it costs is a no-no.
Honestly,
Yinka Kenny has been very generous. She's offered to discuss with her customer, in one of the markets in Lagos.
Those days when we were young, rice used to be either Sunday rice.
Sunday or Christmas. I hear that from a lot of people.
And Christmas we look forward to the jollof rice, and everything. But I don't know if the same is the story now. Rice has become so much essential commodity, and the market has been back and forth. Some say the price of rice is 35,000. Some say it's 40,000. In fact, I heard in a report this morning, I heard someone say it's about 50,000 naira. I said, okay, let's talk to a dealer right at the heart of Lagos, where you have a major rice market. That's Daleko
market. But Yinka Kenny, those reports may be true because Daleko is wholesale. So people go there, buy from Daleko and resell. So those reports may be true. But let's
hear from the horse's mouth. We have Mr. Kola, is a rice marketer at Daleko. He's an wholesale marketer of rice at Daleko Market. Good morning, Mr. Kola.
Good morning, ma'am.
Thank you for being here on the show with us this morning.
What is happening is that we have different kind of rice.
Okay.
We have Nigeria rice.
Okay.
Nigeria rice. And very good rice. Then we have big good. We have pretty lady. That Nigeria rice is 35,000 naira.
Okay, so we still have are you giving us wholesale price now or retail price?
Okay, the wholesale price is 34,500 Nigeria.
That's just about 500 naira difference. So are you saying that people can go to Daleko markets on the average and get rice for 35,000 naira?
Yes.
Good rice. That's Nigerian rice.
Yes, we have to have it 32,000. We have 31,000.
Oh, really? And those are good rice. Okay, we know that in the market we still have some foreign rice in the market,
but we have a lot of rice that have been mixed. That's why I was specific. I said good rice because sometimes you boil your rice, some of it will be done, and some will not be done.
Okay, let him talk now. The quality rice. Now we're talking about the quality rice.
We are selling Nigeria rice in Daleko. We didn't sell Nigerian rice.
Okay. So we can get good. We have different Nigerian rice. Good quality Nigerian rice for 35,000 naira.
Yes. Yeah, we have this one because Nigerian rice is selling now. Because we have some rice we do like foreign rice.
Oh really?
Yes.
Oh.
Nigeria rice usually.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, that's interesting and very good to know. Now let's go to.
Let's go with Nigeria rice.
Okay, so let's go to patronage now. What is the patronage like? Are people coming to the market to buy rice? Are there many people coming to buy rice? Are you having enough sales?
Yes, we have.
Oh, really?
Are people complaining about the price of rice as we speak? Because I mean the last I knew was rice was going for about 19,000, okay, and all of a sudden it was almost double the price.
19.
So I'm sure certain people will be complaining that rice is expensive. Do you get that kind of feedback?
Before it's expensive, but
okay.
Because before we sell rice for 5,000 naira.
45.
Yeah, before, yes.
Wow. That was like how long ago?
At least like 3 months ago.
45 was that expensive. So what do you think brought the price down?
What do you say?
What do you think brought the price of rice down? What is it that brought the price of rice down?
I don't even know. I don't think what I noticed is that sometimes we have to like that.
Okay. Thank you so very much. So people are still buying. There is a lot of patronage compared to this time last year.
people still have food right here. You know, 40,000, you know, 39,000 for their hand.
Oh.
But why is it that expensive? Why do you have some for 35 and some for 40 for 39?
You need to have to buy it. Companies just increase the price, you understand? So, and you have to compensate.
So you're telling me if I come to you, you can give me good rice for 34,000, 35,000. Very good rice.
Yes, if you come and give it 4,000, 10,000. Even if you don't pick a scale, you sell it 50 kg.
That's interesting.
That's good to know.
That's good to know.
That's why. Thank you very much. We really appreciate your contribution, and it's good that we are hearing from the dealers themselves. So it's not just hearsay. So we've been talking to Mr. Kola. He's an wholesale distributor at Daleko, and he has told us authoritatively that if you go to Daleko Market, you will get good rice for the price of 35,000. Thank you, Mr. Kola.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Yeah.
Okay, so Yinka,
That's really, really good to know. You know, when you hear stories flying here and there,
but
you know,
those stories were not baseless because he confirmed it. He said rice was selling for about 45,000.
Yes.
Which is not too different from 50,000. So, if it was, but now it's come down. And you see, there's this saying, what goes up in Nigeria never comes down. So this is an untruth, it's a myth. Because rice has actually come down.
Yeah.
We're hearing it from the horse's mouth.
Yeah. Good to know that at least this is. Maybe we should open our phone lines now, and let's tell the viewers the numbers to call, so that let's tell our viewers number to call. When we tell our viewers the numbers to call, they can call us in and tell us what it looks like, what prices of foodstuff look like in their area, and the Yuletide season, how they're spending the Yuletide season. Is it convenient? Is it easy going shopping for your family this Yuletide season? How has life been? And is it business as usual, or you're going to have just a cool Christmas, or you're going to have a dirty
Christmas?
Dirty Christmas. So let's roll the numbers.
The number is 08027696860. 08027696860. That's one of the numbers to call. Kenny, Yinka?
All right, you can call 08095529. 08095529. Call us.
Please join us on the Bumper Breakfast Show. We need to hear from you. Are you having a good Christmas?
Yes.
Have you bought rice for the kids
and all of that?
Have you bought food? I mean, how has it been for you? Is food expensive? Is it better? Is it worse? I mean, just tell us what you're experiencing. Please join us on the show. 08027696860.
Yep. And 08095529752. Director, please, you can put the number on the line on the screen so that our viewers can see. Other than rice, we have things like vegetable oil. Did I tell you? Do you know that the vegetable oil? Well, I wouldn't know the price of the ones in the public marketplace and all of that. But the branded rice, the one we have, the cholesterol-free rice, vegetable oil. Now you have the last time I bought 3 liters, I bought for over 6,000 naira.
Are you kidding me? You see, unfortunately for me, I said the last time, I heard about the cost of rice was about 19,000 naira. I've been spoiled. That's the thing. I have been spoiled, honestly. And I want to pray for everyone who keeps sending me bags of rice and things that I really need. I just want to pray for you.
I need
that
bag of
God
rice,
will continue to uplift you and uphold you and replenish your pockets. I'm telling you, as my rice is finishing, someone is sending me rice. But guess what? I always, the rice someone sent to me yesterday, I picked up, I shared into 2. I always make sure I reach someone else.
Reach me. I need my own bag of rice. You can come and ask me. I buy rice like I buy rice. Is either I'm buying a bag of rice or I'm buying half bag of rice. I have this battalion in my house, and is rice. What I spend as a person on food stuff tongue is killing. At times, I really do not want to. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to just go there. At times, I just I just say, okay, let me just live one day at a time. But I must tell you, life is expensive. At times I would like the director to please put the number on the screen.
So people can join.
Yes, 08095529752 at that home.
08027696860.
All right.
Director is right here.
Yeah, okay. So, foodstuff, the cost, when people talk about the cost of living, I can imagine, and at times I don't want to think about it. I don't want to talk about it. I just live one day at a time. Today, maybe I have 100,000 with me. I tell my daughter, okay, let's go shop for groceries, for provisions and all of that. We get into the market, we'll shop, and you begin to look for, you spend
what did you buy?
You spend about 100,000 and you are wondering, please,
it's all in one bag.
Did I lose money, or did I? And you start looking at the list of everything and you begin to wonder. And I begin to wonder. I tell myself, I ask this question so often and often that I, as a person, I walk into the super mall or the market to get my provisions and all whatnot, and I spend 100,000. I spend a little bit over 100,000, and I'm complaining. I cannot even see what I have bought, and in less than few weeks, my kids, I don't have a battalion of kids. Everything is finished, and I say some people in this same country, they do not even earn. They do not even earn what you earn. Yes, 50,000. In a month. So
they have to survive.
How? And you see, this set of people, they have like 4 or 5 children.
Some of them have like 8. I promise you.
So I begin to wonder, how are people coping? How are people, living? How are people, managing even in this period, in these hard times? It's really disheartening. It's something that
it's Yinka, left to me. I mean, the rice merchants will not sell. I'm not a rice fan at all.
As much as I buy this rice,
too much of rice as a child.
They might finish one bag of rice in my house and I won't taste from it.
True.
I'm not a rice fan
at all.
But every other thing is also expensive. I saw a tuber of yam that went for 1,000 naira, and I begin to wonder, this tuber of yam, if my children, 2 of them, just descend on this,
that's it.
That's it. And you are going to eat. Let's go to eggs now. A crate of egg is selling for nothing less than 2,500 naira. And I was saying,
egg was 300 naira.
Even 300 naira has been long. In the very recent time, a crate of egg, just about a few months ago, a crate of egg was 750 naira, 800 naira, just about 3-4 months ago. Now we are buying a crate of egg for 2,500 naira, and if you really want to get the very big, the jumbo size of eggs, you'll be spending like 2,700 naira, 2,800 naira,
approximately 3,000 naira for a crate of egg. I mean,
it's
and I think it's just a ripple effect. So what that tells us is that chicken feed must be expensive, more expensive.
Poultry farmers are complaining.
Yes, it must be, because the cost of eggs wouldn't go up if they were not spending more on feeding the chickens. So it's always a ripple effect. When we start something, do we ever think of the end result? That's the thing, and we must always put all of this into consideration.
And that's why I'm looking at federal government now thinking about subsidizing. That was a word I was looking for while we were having the newspaper review. Subsidizing farm products. I think for me, that's a step in the right direction. I think that's something that we should have looked into, other than the subsidy of the petrol, where you find some people just enriching their pockets on it.
We predicted on Summit on MITV many years ago that one day Nigerians will wake up and find that the oil wells have dried up. We said that a long time ago,
years ago,
because it was just a mono product system that we were operating here. What happened to the groundnut pyramids? What happened to farming? What happened to all the things that made us popular?
And the
rubber. Talk about those. You know, what happened to all of those? Everybody's concentrating on petroleum, on petrol, on you know, all of that, and we knew that someday we will get to this point. I'm glad that some people were proactive and decided to branch out into farming because that is helping us, honestly, on a daily basis. In my own little way, you know, I do this, my little farming in my flower beds at home, you know, do my bitter leaf, do my yanokpaja leaf, and, you know, all the little things, water leaf. They call it, it's called yano, that's the local name. I don't even know the botanical name. I don't think I know the botanical name, but it's some sort of spinach anyway. Yes, but it's very rich in vitamins. It is, but it has a milky substance that itches the body. So when I want to take it, I use gloves. I wear gloves.
So you know, maybe we would advise that if those of you that are as lucky as told to have a compound where you can, you know, grow a little bit of vegetables and all of that, you should really try to do all of that. It will save you so much money. And you know, in the midst of the high cost of foodstuff,
you can just take your
go into your garden and
take what you need,
you know, and all of that. I think we should go on this short break now. When we return, it's still Christmas, and we'll still be talking something about Christmas and children, maybe parenting. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Please stay tuned.
Papa, mama, brother, sister, this Lagos must work for all of us. Everybody ja fun Eko.
Oh yes, Lagos people, papa, mama, sister, brother, auntie, plus including uncle them. Better don't land for Lagos State gidigba. Money wey be for Lagos State, then go use them for Lagos State. Wella, no more baba sope. They no go chop Lagos State money. Nobody go pocket Lagos State. Then go take and build Lagos State, build road, build hospital, build houses, and now only one man fit do this job. His name na Abdulaziz Olajide Adediran Jandor. He can't carry one ogbonge person as the deputy governor. Her name na Funke Akindele. My people, what do we wait for? Make we vote for light, vote for change. No be the kind change where they vote before. This one na the original change. How Amumu don't do. Pay they pay.
Everybody ja fun Eko.
Getting together for the first time in years was a little bit awkward. Grandpa still tried to entertain us. Mom was always stealing the spotlight from the kids. It wasn't until Grandma cracked a joke
That's my favorite prayer.
that we got back into our groove. In this festive, DSTV is making family time even better with an upgrade.
Stay connected to DSTV and we'll upgrade you to the next package for free.
Welcome back to the Bumper Breakfast Show, and we're looking at discussing, you know, Christmas, the Yuletide period, you know, how families celebrate, how you know, we let our children celebrate it. How did we used to celebrate it?
You know, talking about really.
Christmas time for me is family time, really. You want to be with the people you love, you want to be with your family, spend time with them, decide to go out to the beach, decide to spend time outside, but you know, with family, close friends and all of that. But what is it like today? What is Christmas like today? That's a question. Especially with the teenage ones, with the youths, you know, they want to go to shows. They want to go to Davido show, they want to go to Tiwa Savage show, they want to be out there with their friends, not their family. It's a different generation. They call themselves a Generation Z. I don't know where that came from, really. And now we're talking about Dirty December. Hello, what does that mean, really?
Dirty December.
What does that mean, really? I mean, this is a term we just picked up. It's a recent thing.
Painting the everywhere dirty, as in having fun and all of that. Well, you talked about...
It's a different generation.
When you started, you talked about... how we used to spend Christmas in our days. But before we go on, let's also tell the viewers that you have an opportunity to
call us on the program.
Talk about food prices and talk about Christmas and family time. And the number to call is 08095529752.
08027696860. The numbers should be displayed on the screen, and then you can call us.
Yes. So we those days, I know that usually Christmas Day, we wake up in the morning. We have Christmas cloth, though. We have Christmas cloth. And we have our live chicken. You know, it used to be live chicken those days.
Christmas without a chicken or turkey.
Oh, it wasn't turkey. It was the live chicken was a thing now. And our parents will buy the chicken days before Christmas. You have been nurturing the chicken, giving food, corn and everything to the chicken. Feeding chicken fat, as in you will enter the pot, and the chicken will not be killed until after service on Christmas Day. When we come back, Christmas used to be this family time. When we come back, you just what we do when we come back from church, everybody now we go take off our Christmas clothes, go to the kitchen where everybody will now stand there where they are killing the chicken, watching how and we do the cooking and everything. Towards afternoon, evening, we give the food out, we eat, then we give food out. Festival of it's a family time. It's not a time where most of the times, those days on Christmas days, most of the times we find ourselves being indoor, with neighbors, with immediate family and all of that. But you see that the trend over the time has changed. This trend has changed.
Now, so let me tell you what it was for me.
Okay.
Christmas was Daddy was going to cook. It was the one day in the year that Daddy would cook. So Daddy would do the stuffed turkey. He would be in the kitchen, and do everything. Of course,
big man. We talking about turkey that time. Big man. With the assistant was big man food then.
Mommy was never in the kitchen on Christmas Day. My dad and probably the cook would be in the kitchen, and Daddy would turn out all sorts of things for us on Christmas Day, and then he would go and dress up. And I used to remember him in his tuxedo, and he'll have his suspenders on. Oh my God, my dad used to look smashing on Christmas Day. And we used to have Christmas lunch with my mom and, a few guests, neighbors. Back in the day, it was so interesting. My siblings. It's also different now,
so that's the main reason we're talking about it now. What it is now. Unfortunately, we're losing the family tie.
The children want to be with their friends, not their family.
Yes,
and that's quite unfortunate. Having your family with you is everything, and these are the memories that you hold on to at times when you're alone. You hold on to those memories when you don't have those people anymore. You remember them. Christmas Day, you were always together. First of all, it was your family, and then you could have your neighbors, your friends, and all of that well-wishers join you on Christmas Day for lunch. But it was family first. Children today want to be in the cinemas. They want to be out with their friends. They don't understand the meaning of family. But guess what? I keep telling the younger generation, you don't know what you have until you lose it.
But now, will we not say, because for me, I don't want to put a bulk on the table of the children.
The parents.
The parents, yes. Are we not losing the family family values?
Have we not allowed them?
Yes. And by so doing, we're losing our family values. Because we realize at times, it's come see, come sa at times, because we tend to be so busy, and you want to ask me, would you say that okay, as a parent, should I reduce my busy schedule, and in the midst of high cost of products, in the midst of high cost of everything, where do I, if you want me to spend more time at home, where do I get the money to take care of those children? So it seems to be like being in the middle of the devil and the deep blue sea. It's really at times I begin to wonder where we should try and get the balancing, because even I as a person, I fall short at times. At times I sit back and I tell myself, oh my God, am I not missing out on my daughter too much? And I want to say, okay, let me try and see how I'll cover up and all of that. But unfortunately, some parents will cover up with money and things that are not, thereby losing these children. We should, I think at this point, we should try and look for a balance in all of this. And that's why the Christmas period, we have, well, if you are not a media practitioner like myself, you're not a medical practitioner like some people that you have to work on public holidays. I think this is a period, not a period where you go out gisting with friends. As a parent, this is a period you try to close up the ties with your children, get to be involved with your children, get to know your children, get to be, have, a one-on-one rapport with your children, which is very, very important, because we are losing those children.
It's time to, I have children, but my children are not children anymore. But when they were children, we always, what should be done should be done. I was always a strict mother, and so they didn't have that choice. They're of this generation, but they didn't behave like. They had to conform. So family time is family time. I mean, there's no compromise on. If you are a friend and you want to be with them on Christmas Day, they will invite you to come home, because they know that. I mean, we're not talking about it really.
It's not up for discussion.
It's not up for discussion really. Christmas is family time, and even up until a couple of years ago, before my mom passed, 6 years ago, we used to spend Christmas with her. We would leave our homes and go spend Christmas with her, because that was family time. And I'm glad we did all of that. So now the children are all on their own. It's up to them to decide they want to spend family time and come home to be with us. Otherwise, well, the ball is in their court. But when they were children, when they were teenagers, when they were young adults, they had to spend Christmas at home.
At home.
Yes.
Yes, I think that's a value that we should start to inculcate, no matter what, in the
children.
Yes. And one other thing that
but the children will give you 1,001 reasons why they shouldn't be with you.
Because it depends. Like I tell, yes, I tell people that you cannot start training a child at the age when the child is a teenager. The child already has a mind of his or her own. Just like in traffic yesterday, I had a colleague, and we're talking about a character trait of someone, and I said to her, and she said she has to just continue to keep training and training him. I said, training at what age? You are training somebody at 20. That person, there's nothing you can, except the person, him or herself, determines, is intentional about the fact that, look, I want to change. This is a bad trait in me. I want to change. So I tell parenting doesn't start when your child is 10 years old, when your child is 13 years old. Parenting starts even when the child is a baby, and that's at a stage at which, when your child is a baby, and any small when you are rushing to carry the baby, any small when the baby, as small as the baby is, begins to work on your psyche, and that's why you realize that there are some babies that the parents cannot even drop them for 1 minute. They will start doing the when. You understand what I'm saying? So,
I understand you perfectly.
That is the point at which you start training children. If babies can work on your psyche, how much more older children?
You sound so much like my mom. My mom would say, stop carrying this child like a gun. put the child down.
Like a gun.
Yes, feed the child. Make sure the child is comfortable and put the child in the cot.
That's what I do.
Don't carry the child. And honestly, it paid. She was correct because the truth is, when you're feeding a child, you're breastfeeding a child. If your breast comes out of the child's mouth, that child will not put that breast in his ear or put it in his eye. The child would struggle to ensure that the breast comes back to the mouth. So already, there are certain things in place that God has put in that baby, a one-day-old baby, to know what is right and what is wrong. So we should stop assuming. You have to take the child from day one, just as Yinka Kenny said, rightly said, well said, Yinka Kenny. And it's unfortunate that you see some parents would not train their children at all.
And also something just came in on me now. Also, we should learn to, at this Christmas period, learn to teach your children satisfaction, contentment. They say, I can't remember the adage now, but contentment is something you should teach your children, even at these hard times. What you can afford is what you can afford. You can afford Christmas clothes, fine, good for you. You cannot afford Christmas clothes, let it be. So let's teach even adults, let's be contented, because you realize that some adults, you want to be like your friend, you want to put on what your friend is putting on, you want to visit places your friends are visiting.
You want to be like the Joneses.
Oh, it might not be that way. So let us, it's a corporate responsibility. Let us all be responsible, from the parent to the children and to the society and the nation at large. So let us all be, and we cannot live here without also talking about as people will go about partying, because it's Christmas on Sunday, and you know, Christmas coming on Sunday, trust me, the party starts on Friday.
Today.
The party has started.
The party has started, really.
Yeah, so we have to tell people, oh my God, yesterday in the morning, the way someone drove past me, if I wasn't 100% concentrating, it would have been a disaster. So we should try, as much as you want to go for the party, you want to go hanging out with friends, you want to drink responsibly.
Drive responsibly, drink responsibly.
Yes, like I tell people, nobody, Yorubas will say, no, if you're now, you are there. And you see, I wonder how people get drunk. You are there, you are drinking, and your
body is telling you that.
Yeah, because
you're reaching the bar.
Yes, there's no way you will not ever feel that something is, you know.
I just think it's indiscipline.
Yes,
it's indiscipline and it's greed. More often than not, because these things are coming free, you want to drink to stupor.
Some people, it's not even free.
That's why I said more often than not. Okay. It's more often than not.
Yeah, you're right.
And so they want to overdo it. But even at times when they're buying these things themselves and they know that, look, this is my limit, they still want to overdo it. It's unfortunate. I think it's irresponsible of them, honestly.
So we just have, every one of us, we have to take up responsibility. We are really talking about, we really have to, you know, dedicate this episode for Christmas and Christmas talks today, because it's Christmas is in the air, so we really have to, you know, caution ourselves. And the FRSC also, they are doing their own work on their parts, because a lot of people will be traveling today and tomorrow, Saturday. A lot of people will be traveling. Please, from the FRSC, they are saying maintain the speed limit. Yes, I heard the commander, the Lagos State commander, saying that they're going to be very strict on speed limit, and they're going to be.
I hope they will.
Yes, that is. I think. Let's take his words to the bank.
Yes, let's take it to the bank. let's try. Let's try.
Yes. So,
but you know, it's important that we set the standards, we set the example for the children. It's very important. I was telling someone yesterday, and this is, you know, slight deviation. My children had always learned a lot from me. I always wanted to position myself in a way that my children can copy me and I will be proud of them. And you never can tell. My daughter, the doctor, she was decorating somewhere for a friend of ours who was about to propose. I'm like, where did it start? But I remember that, I do these things and they come with me. My son studied international relations. In America today, how does he survive? Media. He covers events, he covers golf tournaments, he covers a lot of things. How did they get on this? They were learning from me, even when I didn't know. So it is important that we position ourselves in a way that our children will look up to us and learn from us and be credible citizens of wherever they are.
Yes, that's very important. Before we go to the, I was picking the next topic about the FRSC. Yes, we're still going there. Very important for us. Honestly, they pick the good, the bad, and the ugly.
And the ugly.
Everything you do. That's why at times it's just a reflection of yourself, in your children. Trust me, they pick the good, the bad, and the ugly. Of all the good things my daughter, she's taking from me, I also see the fact that, she wants to look good. And that's one thing about me, and I'm happy because she's contented. As much as she knows that our mom likes to look good, she knows that I live within your limit. My limit.
Correct.
And she lives within our limit. At times when she needs something and I say, no, we cannot, she doesn't brood over it, she doesn't gloss over it, she doesn't, and she
just lets it go.
And let it go. It's very, very important. They pick the good, the bad, and even the ugly. Then let's go on to the
FRSC.
The FRSC, the safety on the roads. So they have come out to say that they're going to be strict on speed limit. Why? Because of you and because of me. So they are ready to save as many lives as possible. Most especially on the Lagos-Ibadan Express road, because they know that a lot of people will be traveling at this period of time. You are not the only road user. If you do not drive responsibly, you could be causing
trouble for other road users.
Yes, it could be causing trouble for other road users. And also they have also said that make sure that before you go on your journey, make sure your tires are good. Check your tires. They're going to be strict on that also. Check your tires. That's what they said. They're going to be very strict on it. There was a particular show I had a representative of the Lagos State commandant, and she said all of this. And she also said that they are even taking the campaign even to the garages. They are going as far as going to the garages to check, because I am not in control of some of the things in the vehicle that I bought. You see, these people are funny. They are very funny at times. That at times they go on there and you tell them, this tire is bad. They begin to say, or you tell them you are driving too fast. They descend on you and as if they have a spare life somewhere. So if those are the aim of affairs, those that are the authority themselves, if they are carrying out this due diligence, the responsibility of going to the garages, checking their tires, checking to them, enlightening them about the speed limits and all of that, I think, when the FRC has come to talk to you as a driver and you are driving, and I as a passenger, I'm telling you, remember what that man FRC told you at the garage. It brings in a little bit of caution, a little bit of psyche. So let us all be responsible. That's for the commercial drivers. Also, as an individual, be careful about how you drive. Don't drink and drive. Don't overload. Yes, they talked about overloading. So,
I really want to say something about and this is what the road safety officers and officials should be doing.
Okay.
Ensuring that we have a smooth ride, ensuring that the vehicles are safe on the roads, and that I give them credit for that. But these same people shouldn't be the cause of accidents. And if you ask me why, the desperation I see on the faces of some of these officials is embarrassing to me as an individual, such that they come onto the expressway. They leave the side of the road where they should be parked and start to come in between traffic to to flag people down. That's not good.
That's not good enough.
That's not good at all. And I hope the appropriate authorities are listening. Because if we want to work together to ensure a safe Christmas, let's do so without being the obstacle on its own. So this is my stand.
It's a collective responsibility, like we
Yes.
said when we started the show. It's a collective responsibility. That's on the part of the road, the road and the road users. I think we've been able to cover so many things on Christmas and the effects of Christmas, the good, the bad, and the.
I just wonder why the calls are not coming.
The ugly. I think it's the network. The network is really. It's really something else this morning. It's been since last night. It's something else this morning. But also you can send us messages. We'll read out your message also. So it's all about Christmas. We've been talking about Christmas in this last segment of the show because we know that Christmas is this weekend and a lot of people have started Christmas. So
Does it really feel like Christmas to you? Honestly and honestly.
This discussion, I was having it yesterday with a colleague, and I said for me, maybe because I'm intentional about this Christmas. I think it's because I'm intentional about this Christmas. I said for me, well, all around me, I feel Christmas. But he's saying that it's not Christmas anywhere, coupled with the fuel scarcity, the high cost of food prices and all of that. Well, I don't know. Maybe, I've been, personally, it's been work. It's always work. And even before now, and even to the end of the year, it's still going to be work, though. But I said I'm going to slow down a little bit, But that's why I'm a bit intentional about, this Christmas. But for me, I would say Christmas is a thing of the mind. And I think I have set my mind towards enjoying it. And for Christmas for me, most of the times on Christmas Day after service, I just drive to my mom's house with my children. I'm always indoor. Most times on festival days, I'm indoor. It's always my mom and children. My mom is always looking forward to that day. And it's something that I don't think I want to compromise for now with anything. Yes. So for me, it's a thing of the mind. So it feels like Christmas. And that's why since Monday, I've been Christmassy, all Christmassy.
Maybe I should copy you and just be intentional about it. Psych myself, it's Christmas in the air, even though I can't feel it. But I'll psych myself. I'll try to psych myself that it's Christmas in the air, and Christmas is a time for giving. It's a time for love, for sharing love and all of that.
Yesterday,
and time for fun.
Yesterday, I really felt like Mother Christmas because I had this red gown and the white and red sneakers, and everywhere I went to, they're like, "Oh, okay, Christmas." I say, "Yes, and Christmas." It's something
but
from
that's a good thing.
It's something from within.
That's a good thing.
Within. So
I'll be intentional about it. I enjoyed myself on Tuesday night. I went for a carol service.
Oh, Tora, you had to send that thing to me very late. I was like, oh
my God! That for me was like, okay, so Christmas is in the air because there was actually a carol service before the show,
I had so
much fun. Yinka Kenny, I didn't leave there until 3 a.m.
You see your life. See your life.
It was nice.
I was like, look at this lady. She's just sending this thing to me.
Honestly,
I would have really loved to, in the midst of the busy schedule and everything, I would have loved to go unwind, but it was all good.
It was nice. I had fun.
Right.
So it's a Christmas period where we're asking people, to remember that this is a time to reach out to people. It's a time to give. We have a lot of people who are in need. There are a lot of people who are in need.
And that's the most important.
How are you positioning yourself? What are you doing to people who are not as privileged as you?
Yes.
For me, that's a joy. That's my only joy. My joy all the time is to see other people happy. That's the only way I can be happy. How does happiness come when you alone is happy? It's not possible.
It's not.
The people around me have to be happy. I don't care who they are or what status they are in. I will mix with them.
Yeah.
I will reach out to them.
Yeah.
It's Christmas anyway. Yeah. So let's intentionally make an impact.
Yes, as we go this morning, we want to say be a positive impact. Let people feel you around them. Even most importantly, most especially at this Christmas season. I'm gonna say a Merry Christmas to everybody out there. Till we come your way, same time on Bumper Breakfast. My name is Yinka Kenny.
And my name is Tom Adirile. Christmas is a time for giving, time for joy, peace, and love. Please go out and share some love and give to the less privileged. Have a wonderful Christmas. I hope to see you again same time on the Bumper Breakfast Show Thursday morning, MITV next week. My name is Tom Adirile.
Bumper Breakfast continues tomorrow.